Hello everyone and welcome back to our second series of Web Application Firewall. My name is Nishal Rai and on behalf of the entire DNS team. So the topics we are going to cover on this series are overview of LTM module, what is a node, what is a pool, what is a virtual server in F5. As we have discussed on the previous slide, there are various modules available on big IP system such as LTM, Local Traffic Manager, APM, Access Policy Manager, AFM, Advanced Firewall Manager, DNS, Domain Name System, and ASM, Application Security Manager. All of these modules consist different functionality and purpose on the F5 big IP. On this video, we will focus on LTM module, that stands for Local Traffic Manager. LTM is one of the most popular module of F5 big IP system. This module helps to deliver the application to users in a reliable, secure and optimized way. It is achieved by making intelligent traffic decisions that adapt to the changing demands of the application. Big IP LTM ensures their consistent availability and scalability. LTM module provides full proxy architecture, load balancing, enhancement over the delivery of the services, and many other functionality. Node in F5 big IP system. So what is a node in F5 big IP system? A node is a logical object that provides the IP address of a single physical backend device like a web server. One can create a node or instruct the big IP system to automatically create one when you add a pool member to a load balancing pool. One can also assign health monitors on node. As you can see the illustration of the network architecture of F5, the backend server are named as S1, S2 and S3 with the following IP address as 10.200.15.100, 10.200.15.111 and 10.200.15.122. So in F5, one need to configure the individual backend server as a node on the LTM mode of F5. During the configuration of node, the original IP address of the backend device is used. On the right side of the network architecture, the different shade of color represents the individual physical backend server, which is later configured as node in F5 big IP system. So what is a pool and pool member in F5 big IP system? Pool member is the combination of IP address and service of the physical server such as 10.200.15.180. One need to create a node and then add the node to a pool as a pool member. One can also add the same pool member in the different pools and even set up a health monitor. Load balancing is performed across pool members depending upon the algorithm being used, like round robin or ratio based. Pool is a logical group of pool members which receives and processes traffic for a particular virtual server. So on the following network architecture of F5, host represents the node on the F5 big IP system. In terms of pool members, it is the representation of the physical end device like host, which is running the service. For example, host S1 and S2 following with IP address 10.200.15.100 and 10.200.15.111 runs the HTTP service and can be considered as the HTTP pool member. The same pool member can be used on the other pool which runs the other services like FTP, HTTPS or any other. So what is a virtual server in F5 big IP system? Virtual server is an IP address of a load balancer which is representing a collection of pool members. Each virtual server is uniquely identified by using an IP address and port number. Virtual server can be configured in two ways: host virtual server listens for a specific IP address and network virtual server listens for network address. On F5 big IP system, virtual server enables the full proxy architecture. For example, the user called Bob requests the resources from S1 server. Then, as per the full proxy architecture, virtual server receives the request from Bob and forwards the request to its requested backend device or server, where the virtual server 192.168.100.180.100 acts as a source to the S1 backend device. and destination to the WAF user during the initial request of the traffic. So that's it for the today's series, and on the next series we will perform lab on the configuration of node, pool and virtual server. Thank you. Have a good day.